Roblox Grow a Garden has a glitch where some plants can grow to an infinitely giant size. And apparently one of those plants is the Giant Pinecone. Very fitting name. So today we're putting this to the test to see if I can completely break Grow a Garden with just the Giant Pinecone Seed. And as always guys, because you keep subscribing, the September Robux giveaway is already at 24,000 Robux. So to win all of this and more for you and your friends, all you have to do is subscribe and comment your Roblox username down below. And we're in! Alrighty, so I've done this a bunch of times in the past already where we tried to grow the biggest plants possible. Of course, one of the funniest ones that I did this with, if I load it in, is the Elder Strawberry, which ended up basically just reaching space. But I got quite a few comments saying that you can actually do this with the Giant Pinecone, and I'm not gonna lie, I just didn't believe you guys. So that's what we're gonna put to the test today and see if we can actually grow just enormous giant pine cones, because for me, I've always had regular sized ones. Now, first things first, I should probably get rid of my wisp wing. Yes, guys, it's worth 19 trillion, okay? No big deal. So what? My wisp wing is worth 19 trillion, okay? Stop freaking out. Chill. Do I move it or do I just keep it? Or I could go to my other garden. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go back to my other garden slot and let's see how big we can grow the giant pine cone. So currently, we've got the Elder Strawberry over here, and yeah, that would be good, actually. Then we have 2 giant fruits in each garden. Let's load in. Okay, so in this garden, this is where I grew the giant manjos. Actually, let's just move these to the side. Let's grab them. Let's put one in the corner there and one in the other corner. Ah, that looks nice. We can also get rid of my pancake stack. We don't need those for this video. And lastly, all that we need is giant pinecone seeds. So do I actually have any? Oh, cool. Okay, I've got 14. Ooh, I should probably buy a few more of these. I'm also going to need a bunch of reclaimers. I only have 6. Oh no, this video is going to be super expensive. And I'm going to need my squirrels. So if you guys don't know what the squirrel does, basically it allows me to keep my reclaimers. There's like an 80% chance by using all 3 of these squirrels that I don't end up using a reclaimer, which makes it a lot cheaper to do these kinds of videos. So first things first, let's go ahead and buy more giant pinecone seeds just to increase the chance of me actually getting a really big one. Now, they do cost 929 Robux each, so this is about to get really expensive really quickly. I think I'm going to buy... do I buy another 15 of them? Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy 15 of them so that we have 30 that we can grow at once. I know this sounds like a lot, but in the end, it's going to save me a lot of time and a lot of Robux because I'm going to have to click grow all many times, especially if I have less seeds. There's less chance of me getting a giant one. I hope that makes sense, but either way, I'm going to go ahead and start spending some of my Robux. Alrighty, there we go. We've got 30 giant pinecone seeds. That is insane. So, the next thing is we just simply place down all of these pinecone seeds and then click grow all many times until hopefully we grow one that's insanely big. Now, like I said, I don't even know if this works. I just saw this from you guys in my comment section, so I had to give it a go. I'm going to place around 4 per plot. If I can get in here, my giant squirrel is a little bit too giant. Now that we've got all of them placed. Oh, by the way, I don't have to use sprinklers, cats, anything like that, because seeds and the size of the plant are not determined by sprinklers or pets. It's as soon as you put it into the ground, it already has a predetermined height. So please don't comment saying I should be using sprinklers, things like that. It honestly doesn't make any difference with the size of the plant. It will just make the fruit itself bigger. That's it. Alrighty, here we go. First grow all of the video. 30 giant pinecone seeds have been placed. Let's see what we're gonna get. There's no way. There's no way. Okay, video over. See you guys in the next video. It actually works. I have never ever seen a giant pinecone, like an actual giant pinecone, up until now. I honestly thought the comments were trolling. That's insane. Wait, can I get up here though? That's the real question. Is there any way to climb this mess? Okay, we're kind of figuring out a little bit of Bacha Obby. That should be a game. Somebody please make Bacha Obby. I would play it. Okay, so I think this is the giant one. Whoa! Honestly, I did not think this was going to work. I actually thought I was about to waste a lot of Robux and just call it a day. It actually works. Dude, this looks awesome. It grows just like the Elder Strawberry. It just goes absolutely crazy. I genuinely did not think it was going to work. Okay, hold up. We are going to keep trying though, because this is only attempt 1. So if we can get it this big on attempt 1, we could potentially get it bigger. Or maybe we just got insanely lucky and this is the biggest it can get. I have no idea. Wow, this one makes such a cool nest. Yo. Okay, let's go this way. All right, this is the very top of it. Bro, look at this. I did not think this was going to happen. So it also looks like the bigger it gets, the more branches it grows off, just like the elder strawberry. This is actually so cool. What? Okay, let me travel this one out of the way. This one I'm not going to reclaim. I've got to be very careful to not reclaim it. So let me put it all the way into the corner. Let's reclaim the rest and try to get some more big ones. So you can see the rest of them didn't really grow that big. There were a couple that tried to grow kind of big right there, but come on. Look at this one. Honestly, I am so shocked right now. We got it on the first try as well. Okay, we're not going to stop there though. Let me keep going. Let's see if I can get a bigger one. And don't worry, we're not going to leave it just at a giant plant. I'm also going to then try to grow giant pine cones off of it. So we're going to do that towards the end of the video. Let me just see if I can grow an even bigger one than that one. I probably can't, but you just never know, guys. You never know.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Oh, and I'm out of reclaimers. Okay, yeah. This is where the video gets very expensive. I'm gonna have to keep buying a bunch of reclaimers. I really should get more squirrels. All right, let's just spend a bunch of Robux on these reclaimers. Last reclaimer, let's go ahead and buy these. All right, there we go. So I've got 60 reclaimers in total now. That should hopefully be enough to get us through the rest of the video. Let's now grab all of these. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When you place down loads of giant pine cones, it actually makes a really nice forest environment. I should actually do something with that in a separate video. Honestly, it feels so whimsical running around here. Like the way that it breaks apart the shadows. Anyway, I'm getting so distracted. Let's keep going. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me, giant squirrel. You're kind of in my way, buddy. Excuse me. Thank you. All right, there we go. All of the seeds have been placed. It's time for a grow wall. Okay, please be even bigger. Please. Not even close. I think we did it on the first try. Honestly, I think we got lucky on the first try. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm not gonna quit here, but look at this. All of these are just completely normal, and then we have this. Okay, let's keep going. So I'm gonna reclaim all of them. You know what? I'm gonna do this like maybe another 10 times just to really test how it looks. So 10 times with 29 seeds, that would be 290 seed growths extra. I'd say that's enough to put our luck to the test. So we've already done it twice, which in total is 59 seed attempts. But let's start from here. So let's just call this attempt number 1, and we'll do another 10 from here, like I said. Attempt number 1 of 10. What are we gonna get? There's one that's kind of trying to break out, but it's still pathetic compared to that one. Attempt number 2. Once again, another fail. Interesting. Attempt 3. Nope, still all tiny. Attempt 4. Still no. What is going on? They're all still tiny. Attempt 5. Maybe this one will be better. No. I can't believe this. Wow. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Attempt 6, and this will have to be the last attempt because I'm basically all out of reclaimers already. Yeah, dude. Wow. None of them are even close. Okay, I think that's definitely a sign to stop trying because we just got insanely lucky on the first go. The Bacha luck exists. Subscribe to get the Bacha luck. All right, let me quickly reclaim all of these. And now we can move on to just trying to grow the biggest fruits possible, or actual pine cones, from the giant pinecone tree. Let me just move all of this out of the way first so that we can then place down our tabby cats. There we go. Now that everything is cleared, we've just got the one giant standing tall tree. So what we're gonna need to do next is put it in the middle of the map. You guys have probably seen me do this a bunch recently. It's my rainbow tabby cat trick. And look how much shade this thing provides, dude. Look at it. It looks like a spriggan. So what we have to do is start by placing down my pancake stack. So I have 21 of them in total. If we space them all out about 3 seconds apart, it should keep the tabby cats in place pretty much the entire time. There it is. All of the pancakes have been placed. So next up, now we have to place down... Oh, wait. First, I should have my harvester tool ready. But then we have to place down all of the sprinklers. So we're going to need the basic sprinkler, advanced, and I need to buy godly and master, and I've got grandmaster. I also wonder if tropical would potentially work on making it even bigger. I'm not sure, but let's give it a go. So first things first, let me go ahead and buy... Oh, wait, basic in stock. Yes, please. Let me buy a couple of godlies. So I'm gonna have to spend some Robux on this. Okay, and let me just grab some master sprinklers as well. Dude, look how low on Robux we are already. I think I've spent nearly 30,000 Robux just on this video. If you guys also want Robux the way that I've got Robux, just make sure to subscribe and comment your Roblox username down below to be entered into the September Robux giveaway. It's a really easy way to win an insane amount of Robux. All they have to do is subscribe, which you'll probably do anyway, because you like these videos, right? Right? Okay, thank you. There we go. We've got all the sprinklers that we need, so I can just spam them down and then get ready with my tabby cats. So the trick is to just be as fast as possible in placing down the sprinklers. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the tropical 6. Next, we've got to move on to the tabbies really quickly because I don't want to waste the sprinkler time. Go tabbies, go. Go tabbies, go. Okay, that was some good good speed. I'm not gonna lie, that was some very good speed right there. Okay, I can move all the sprinklers. And last step is to place down Fernando, which is gonna mimic the cats and add an extra cat to this pile. So I'm gonna move the ones that aren't currently covering the pinecone. Oh, placed the wrong thing. Okay, I placed Fernando a little bit early, but as long as the tabby cats don't move, it's still okay. Oh, and there we go. I've managed to stack every single tabby on top of the giant pinecone. So now what I have to do is harvest it. So if I just click it, I should be able to collect all the fruits. There we go. And next, we just wait for Fernando to also make his way there. He's doing it. Come on, Fernando. Stay there. Yes! Actual legend move from Fernando. Insane. Okay, let me give them all a chance to fall asleep again. All right, here we go. Grow all. What are we going to get here? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. I did not expect that. Wait, let me quickly sell my whole inventory and let's have a look at what we're dealing with here. What are the size of these pine cones, dude? No way. I can't even pick them up. Oh, there we go. I got it. Oh, they're so big. That's all of them harvested. So it looks like the weight of them, the biggest one that we got is 187 kilograms. Okay, let's try this again. Everyone is sleeping. Let's do a grow all. Pretty similar results, in all honesty. I'm going to keep giving this a go until we hopefully get one even bigger. I don't even know if that's possible. Okay, Fernando is about to fall asleep once again. Okay, let's wait for all of the cats to be asleep. Here we go. They're all sleeping. That's always a good sign. I think that's about as big as we can get them. I honestly don't know if they grow any bigger than that. The biggest one that we have so far is this one, I believe, which is 166 kilograms. Oh, no, wait. We got this one, 187. Let me just try it one more time. So I'm going to wait for Fernando to fall asleep once again. Okay, they're all asleep. What are we dealing with here? Is this good? Nah, dude, they're all about the same again. Is that the peak? Is that the biggest that they can go? I'm just gonna keep trying. You never know. It looks a little bit bigger. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let them grow out naturally. I'm not gonna touch them. Let's just see how they grow out naturally, because sometimes they end up growing bigger when they grow on their own. Basically, when I don't click a grow all and I just wait for them to start growing, then click a grow all. Let's see if that'll work. Oh, we did end up getting a bigger one though. We got 193 kilograms. Okay, that's the biggest one so far, 193. Let me sell the rest. I'm kind of curious, how much does this sell for? 193 kilogram giant pinecone. Is that expensive? 107 million? Okay, it's not bad, but this is why people don't really tend to have pinecones in their garden. They just don't sell for that much. I've actually found one issue with this plant. Giant pinecones take a really, really long time to grow pinecones. I've been waiting already about 3 minutes and nothing has grown. Okay, I'll give it another couple of minutes. If nothing grows, I'll just do another grow all.
A little while later.
I can see one pinecone has started to grow, but it looks pretty small. Okay, I've lost my patience. It's been probably like 6 minutes and nothing is growing, apart from this tiny little one anyway. So I guess let me do one last grow all and let's see what we can get. Okay, it's not bad, but it's about the same as what we got before. However, I kind of want to see what this looks like from the top view, because the tree itself is way cooler than the fruit in my opinion. So I need to find a way to climb these initial pine cones right here. Oh, that's actually kind of hard to figure out. Could I maybe use the manjos? Okay, we use some cosmetics. Easy peasy. Wait, wasn't there a trick that I figured out with the log? Can't I slide around on the log? Oh, there we go. I always forget about this trick. Okay, so I used the log to get to the top. That is so ridiculous. So this is what it looks like from the top. Well, we can actually get to the very top of the tree. Let's do that. I just can't believe we grew this first try though. That is so, that's more insane than anything I've ever done. Okay, that's cap. But still, it's really, really cool. This bit is so sick. I should really build a nest in here. I'd love it in here. Okay, this is the top branch. I remember this bit. All right, here we go. There we go, guys. This is my giant pinecone tree. I cannot believe we got it first try. I know I keep saying that, but it's just so unreal. And underneath it, you can see the giant pinecone fruits or vegetables or whatever. What is a pinecone? It's just a pinecone. Okay, let me pick all of them up. Let's see. What's the biggest one that we got? Okay, so all of these are still small. So in the end, the biggest one that we ended up getting was this one, which is 193 kilograms. Now, if it grew like this on the tree, it would look so insane. Unfortunately, with the giant pine cones, for some reason, they all grow at the bottom of the tree. None of them actually grow towards the top of the tree. So unlike the elder strawberry, I won't be able to hide away any secret fruits up here. All right, well, there we go, guys. That is the giant pinecone tree grown. Let me know in the comments, do you have a bigger one than this? And how many attempts did it take you to grow it? Subscribe for the September Roblox giveaway. And with that, I'll catch you in the next video.